Hi, I'm Celeste. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I moved to the Orlando area as a child and moved back to 2017 because there's no place like home. I have a background in medicine working as an ICURN. I decided on a career change almost a year ago, and I'm in the process of starting a new one thanks to Proficient and HackRight. Yes, COVID was the straw that broke this camel's back, but endings allow for new beginnings. I'm a lifelong learner who loves solving problems that make life easier for myself and for others. One of my life goals is to become a Jane of all trades. I got my first taste of programming in middle school, so my inner child is smiling at me getting back to something I enjoyed doing when I was younger. I've been gardening, or at least trying to, and wanted to see the progression of my plant's growth with images. I'm a visual learner and believe you can learn a lot from your past experiences. In my searching for a growers journal app, I couldn't find one that allowed users to upload photos with their journal entry updates. I figured it was a simple addition and wanted to create an app that did just that. I'm very grateful to have had the opportunity and support to build Grow Better. Grow Better is a web app where users can log data, including photos, to document every step of their plant's growth. The idea is for the user to learn from past mistakes or mishaps and have the opportunity to watch the growth in real time with photo documentation. See where you've been to see how you grow. Users can learn from trial and error with the logs to reference in the future as needed. Here on the homepage, I first want to talk about my favorite tech used to build this app, HTML and CSS. I have no problem spending hours on styling to get the aesthetic just right. Building Grow Better helped me realize that I have a love for front end development. It reminded me of coding in my middle school days, so I felt more confident creating the user side of the app. After the user clicks Add New User, a user is stored in a table in the app's database. I had the most trouble with figuring out what should be the foreign key that connects each table to each other. The tables needed to be connected to retrieve the plant and grow log for that specific user. The ID in the user's table is the primary key and also the foreign key for the plant's table. With pattern matching and good old trial and error, I've learned how to create and connect tables using SQL Alchemy. And now for some info on what's happening on the back end when a user clicks the login button. The database is queried with a post request to return that specific user's data. The data is then displayed on the user plant page using Python functions and a Jinja for loop. With creating the Show User Plants page, a chance to brush up on my Flash skills presented itself to me. I noticed after a user logs in, they're shown every plant added to the database by every user. I figured out which ID to pass into my route function to show only the plants for that particular user on the user plants page. New plants, new entries, and new users are all created with Python functions. Adding a new plant submits a post request to the Flash server to query the database for the plants table to update it with the new plants data. The information returned from the query is displayed on the user plants page using more Jinja. Users can add a photo on the Add New Plant and Add New Entry page thanks to the Cloudinary API. To ensure the API is working correctly in the app, the database was checked frequently using PostgreSQL. Most of the challenges I faced came from me being a hashtag coding newbie. Thankfully, I was able to figure out how to turn my ideas into pseudocode and then into functional code for the app. Flask definitely gave me the hardest time when it came to the route functions. This presented a learning opportunity that I happily took advantage of. I'm feeling more confident about using Flask in future projects now. Once I knew where to start with creating tables, using SQL Alchemy was a breeze. I like to get my hands dirty by just jumping in whenever it's safe to do so. So I love that I got to learn as I build because that's how I want other gardeners to use this app. Learn as you grow. I am excited to add Bootstrap to Grow Better in the near future. I have some styling ideas I'd like to implement to make my app more user-friendly. I would get into the coming soon section of this project, but I'll just point you all to the app's README. Well, that's my time. Stay tuned for more of this Jane's work. Thank you, and never stop growing.